He said, cut down your work, cut down your questions. So no, we cannot cut down these questions. They are important for us. But what is important is you get better data. And you get more holistic picture of the lived realities of the problem in the society. What are the challenges? Well, you can tell me. One, universities, no matter what they say about changing all institution ministries, they can talk to you about social transformation, but it is an institution already stuck in certain values, certain way of running. So sometimes there is an institutional resistance to change. And difficulties, I think, sometimes involve key faculty members, particularly the senior ones, who have lost track of gender issues, or never heard of it. Gender. We are already doing, with one application that I applied, I was dismissed, and the comment was, what gender issue in the household that you want to study? Of course there are men and women. I felt like telling this particular professor, please do not profess your ignorance to me, because I know what gender issues are in the household. You have this kind of setup. And I'm so sorry, sometimes the male barriers come from male colleagues. But USN is different. I people like Latif and Barudin, they're very good. Second point is that actually faculty members who are capable of doing gender research is very few. Scarce. I cannot think of even one who can really do gender economics research. Because you don't have feminist economics in this country. There are people like Gita Sen in Bangalore, but there are very few of them around. Very few of us around, actually. And so we need this expertise. I think we need to develop professional training and spread this expertise out so that we can teach gender and women's health issues. Even in engineering, for example, or even in environment, sustainable development. And because we have limited expertise, we also therefore have limited research on gender issues in health and women's health impacts. Evidence-based teaching on gender and health. Very, 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 very few people. In health in particular, there are very few people who can do this kind of research. And therefore, when we want to convince the funders, we have to show them example of engendered research. Excuse me, doctor, so this is the kind of research that we do. And he said, show me, show me. I cannot show you. Very few of them. So it's really a catch-22. It's really a catch-22. But you can read some of this now on the integration of gender and medical research. For example, if you are in health sciences, you can read this. It is necessary for us to invest in generating new evidence. What else is better than having PhD programs? So you can have a PhD program with PhD in, say, sustainable tourism, by bringing in the gender dimension and therefore producing and generating new research findings. So we need to do this. And I think this concept of USM of really trying to push for multidisciplinary, I think really is a platform where gender can really come in to engender any health research or any whatever research that needs to be done. And we need to have a pool of people that provide technical support to help the lecturers and faculty members, all the researchers, all the PhD students in conducting this engender research. I would like to end by actually one of the more slides by saying that social transformation to me will not be realized. This is my line, that's why I quote it. So you want to quote this, quote me. Will not be realized if gender is not made as an integral research component. Excellence is necessary in teaching. We have to teach our students about gender in whatever fields that we can. We must integrate it. So really, and what they call this a fly eyeball. You can see so many aspects in their thinking. And then they can narrow down if they want, but they see the world. It's necessary in observation, how to observe the society. Because we choose to observe certain things in our society, according to our perception and according to our biases and values. It is necessary in research, definitely necessary. I am not the only one saying this. I'm talking about international agencies. I'm not talking about International Labour Organization. I'm talking about World Health Organization. I'm talking about professional organizations that now have taken gender on board for the last 15 years I've been talking about this. I now am a retired contract professor, and I'm going to go. So I feel that it's still a very long journey. 15, 20 years, and we still have not made any inroad into the university's curriculum. Necessary in policy making. Particularly now I'm concerned in Malaysia, when we talk about the new economic model, NEM. When we talk about Northern Corridor, Southern Corridor, Eastern Corridor, Middle Corridor, corridors, whatever corridors we're talking about. We talk about agricultural technology, making sure agriculture is commercialized. Where are the women in these pictures? Where are the men? Have they studied this? Have they looked at what does it mean for these men and women when we start commercializing? Will they be there in front? Or will this, like my grandmother and my auntie, lose control of agriculture? So I'm surprised that even in Malaysia, the topic on gender is only when they talk about a chapter on women. But that's not what gender is all about. Gender is about men and women. We need to understand why we have so many road accidents. Why young boys are involved. There are gender issues here. Because sometimes boys feel that they must fly like Superman. Then it doesn't matter whether they die or not. So we need this in our policy. And this must be fed through evidence and must be fed through research. Also in terms of formulating, and last but not least, in terms of implementation and monitoring using the indicators which are going to be applied. And this is now the road to my house. As you can tell, you can see white dot right there, you know, somewhere here. Now this is the road onward that we must be taking and beyond. And if you take the gender road, it will lead you to my house. If you don't take the gender road, you're going to fall into the rice field, on the left or on the right. So ladies and gentlemen, I thank you, and I'll say in Thai now. Khop kun ka.